Welcome to Knit 1, Heart 2, Just Wendy. Sheila's already recorded episode 28 with our friend Diane and Oz. And I am in the Outer Banks of North Carolina recording my episode separately. So this is 28B. I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Wendy on Ravelry and Penny Wendy 2 on Spark People. And I don't have a guest today because my mother did not want to appear, and there's pretty much no one else here who's a knitter to be my special guest, but Sheila did have our friend Diane, and she's going to have a second special guest on Friday of this week. It's bonus episode week, so I feel like that pretty much covers me and I can just do my own thing. So I'm going to start off by mentioning what Sheila mentioned in episode 28, 396 members on the Ravelry group. I'm very excited about that. Almost 400. We're getting very close to that 500 where Sheila and I are going to do some prizes and giveaways for the members, so that'll be fun. Let's see. I guess I'll just go right into my stuff. The big reason for me even doing this episode on my own while I'm on vacation is to let you know that I have completed my podcaster challenge. I was assigned the Celtic cable scarf by Vanessa Lewis, which is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I did it in a US 9 5.5 millimeter needle in Aran weight vintage Maine-made hand-spun wool. I did a lot of modifications to this pattern because I didn't want to knit a whole scarf. It was originally written to be in DK, and I knit it in a Aran weight. So I went up basically 2 yarn weights, and in obviously a larger needle size. I shortened the length. It's about this long. I did buttons on one end and 4 buttonholes in the ribbing on the second end so that I modified it into a buttoned cowl. And you can wear it a couple of different ways. You can obviously put it on the traditional tube way, which is, I think, pretty cute. Very nice. I kind of like it. Oh, we could put the buttons in the back if you don't want them clanging in your face, which I think looks kind of nice, but it'll keep it from falling out. But I kind of like it this way with a couple of the buttons undone, so it's more like a collar. There we go. Lays flat more underneath your coat. And the other way you can wear it, which is also kind of nice if you have a jacket, is you can button it across this way, which I think also looks nice. So gives you a flatter base underneath there. So any of these many ways you can wear it. I wouldn't knit this again. I really love the cable edging. If you can see it, I'll try to get the light on it. There you go. I love that basket weave cable on the edge. I think that is a gorgeous, gorgeous cable, and I love the intricacy of the center cable. I think it's really nice. I don't know. I'm not a big scarf or cowl wearer, so I guess I just wasn't excited about the project. But it was a lot of fun being in the Podcasters Challenge, and I'm definitely going to use this kind of an edging somewhere again. I think it would make a beautiful sleeve edging. I just think it's really pretty. The buttons are just some that I picked up at Joann Fabric. Just a plain, there we go, plain silver button with some dark detailing. It's pretty. And that's it. I have to say that the yarn washed up a lot softer than it was. The lanolin that was originally in it, this hand spun, had dried out over the years, and the yarn was pretty stiff. You couldn't actually stand it up on its own, and it softened up quite a bit. And my little tip that I got from my friend Paulette is I added about a tablespoon of conditioner, just regular hair conditioner, in the water when I soaked it. Softens the fibers right up. So there it is, everybody, the finished one. And I will be handing off my modifications to Lois. She's going to put them together. So there you go. That's it. So on the needles, still have my Rhinebeck sweater Gawain by Allison Greenwell. It's a $7 pattern on Ravelry, and I'm knitting it with US 8 5mm needles in Dream and Color Classy Dusky Aurora colorway. And I've gotten some work done on it since I've been here. I did the waist increases, those crazy little pointy things there, and I just have increased for the bust. I'll see if I can show you there we go. There's my bust increases. And I just have to knit about 2 more inches before I add the sleeves on. So it's coming out pretty nice. I'm very happy with how it looks. Let's see if I can get the light on it. I'm not used to. There we go. The cable is really lovely. I love the seed stitch texture of it. I love the way the yarn looks in seed stitch. Let's see, there we go. I just love it. I think it's coming out great. I haven't gotten sick of working on it, but I am in that weird zone that you get on certain knit projects where I'll knit literally 15 rows and it will measure 12 inches. And then I'll knit another 15 rows and it's still 12 inches. It doesn't appear to be growing in length at all, and I need to get about, I don't know, 16 inches before my armpits to make sure that it falls where I want it to. So I'm still working on that, but now that the Podcaster's Challenge project is finished, I feel more confident that I'm going to get it done in time for Rhinebeck. Other thing I have on the needles is my flower to hexagon blanket that I am crocheting out of sock ends. Isn't this so cute? I've done a lot on it. This is one of the reasons why I might not finish my Rhinebeck sweater, because for me, working on this is kind of like eating potato chips. I can't do just one. Flower to Hexagon is a pattern by Jessie Rayott. It's free on Ravelry. She did her blanket in worsted weight. I am doing mine in sock weight. I have a ton of these little sock skeins that I got from the Yarn Goddess Sock Blanket Club. You can see I have a whole bag of them. And in order to adjust for the lighter weight yarn, I'm using a USD or 3 crochet hook, or also would be a 3.25mm crochet hook. And I just randomly reach in the bag and I pick out one color for the flower and a different color for the edging. I believe that Jessie Rayott, who wrote the pattern, uses 5 different colors in each of her hexagons. Because this is such a small hexagon and the colors are pretty variegated, I thought mine would look better if I used fewer colors. And it's just easier for me. I don't want to change colors 4 times. There are already typical ends, this many ends to weave in on one hex. So, you know, whatever I can do to reduce the end weaving in. And I've been kind of weaving, this is the back side, I've been weaving the ends in as I go along. But yeah, I'm enjoying this quite a bit. I think it's so cute. And I don't know, I'm just going to kind of keep working on it until it's a lap gan maybe, or I don't know, until I run out of sock skeins. Yeah, I have to recommend this highly. I'm enjoying it. I've been taking it down on the beach with me. I can bang out a few hexagons. And it's portable. And I don't have to crochet the hexagons on as I go, but I find it's a lot easier to do that, to finish one, and before I cut the tail end off, I do the hexagon. And we commented on this on the blog, but my skeins come like this. And instead of taking the time, I probably have about 30 of these skeins. Instead of taking the time to wind them, what I do as a shortcut is I open the skein up and I wear it around my neck while I crochet. Just work from the end, keep running it over, and then when I'm done using the skein, I can skein it back up, and it makes it much faster. I think I would go nuts if I wound all those things into little balls. And somebody on the blog, Penny Knits, commented that she might even crack into some of her unused skeins for some extra colors, because you could do that. You could open up your skein of sock yarn, work out a couple of squares on it or whatever portion of your square, few yards out of it, and then skein it back up, because everyone knows that you always have more sock yarn in a skein than you usually need. So yeah, that's fun. Hopefully that won't stop me from working on something else. So that's it for On the Needles. The only date that I can rate this week is this one, which I did at the top of the show. So, and I would rate it very pretty. If you do a cowl size, it would make a good gift. But I probably wouldn't knit it again, although I didn't have to follow the chart very much, because the chart's pretty, the cable's pretty self-evident when you're knitting it. And I think maybe my enjoyment of it was hampered by the fact that the yarn was so stiff. I'm not used to knitting with really stiff yarn like that, because this yarn is about 30 years old. Modern yarn is a lot more processed and feels a lot better. So anyway, I'd rate it okay. I think you could have a lot more fun with it if you use better yarn. So that's it for Rate My Date. And let's see, Crushes and Heartbreak. I guess future dates. I don't have any future dates. I'm just working on the blanket and the sweater until I get the sweater done. And hopefully when you see me next week, it'll at least have some sleeves. That's my goal for next week. I'd like to have one, if not both of the sleeves done. So we'll see what happens there. And then the real work comes of doing the shoulder part. I'm a little nervous about that. So there's that. So nothing else for future dates right now. Crushes and Heartbreaks. I guess my crush is staying in Emerald Isle in the Outer Banks in North Carolina. We're having a great trip here. The kids are having fun. The weather's been a little crazy. We've had some rain, but for the most part we've had a beach day every day, and the kids are having fun with their grandparents and their dad, because they didn't get to see much of him this summer while he was in China. So, and it's been really relaxing and fun. So we've been coming down here, I think, for 24 or 25 years. It's a good tradition, and I love it down here, and there's lots of good shopping too. And I think tomorrow my mom and I are going to head down to the local yarn store, which is called the Salty Sheep, and it's in, now I'm not going to remember the name of the town, Swansboro, North Carolina. So if you're from the area, then you want to check out a really cool yarn store, go to Swansboro. But that's it for crushes. I don't have any heartbreaks, although I suspect it will be a heartbreak when I see how mean Diane and Oz was to me on Sheila's show. But since I've been horrible to her every episode, I probably deserve it. So that's that. Let's see, gossip and innuendo. I have quite a bit. I want to say, to update on Cafe Press, our t-shirts, people are buying them, and it takes about 60 days for us to get paid our commissions, but I think we're going to have a nice little pot of money to put in to buy things like prizes and pay postage and stuff, so it's great. We've had 26 orders, and I think that's totally awesome. 25 if you don't count mine, because I ordered a shirt. And I was hoping that my shirt would be here, but it didn't arrive at my house before we left, so hopefully next week I'll be wearing my shirt on the episode. And somebody posted, I think Knittables posted hers on the group. Everything, it looks really great. I'm excited about it. I'm working on another t-shirt design that I had an idea for that I'll probably roll out, I don't know, in October when I have more time. So there's that. That's excellent news. And we also have, we have the enabling thread, enter at your own risk. And somebody told me about Knitting Geisha's Etsy store, which I think is knittinggeisha.etsy.com. There's a link in the enabling thread. But it's owned and operated by Miss Lawrence Knits on Ravelry. And she has kindly offered any of our viewers 10% off until October 2nd. You just have to write in the code knit1 heart written out 2 TOO. NIT1 HEART If you write that code in, you'll get 10% off on your order until October 2nd. And I fell down immediately and ordered the cutest bag, a yellow bag with crows on it. It's the cutest thing. And she also sells sock blanket skeins because of the Hexapuff craze. And since I'm doing my own version of Hexagon sock blanket, I also grabbed a 6-pack of skeins, which is awesome. So if you're in the Hexapuff craze or the Hexagon craze, like everyone else, that's a good place to go for them. And you can get 10% off if you do it before October 2nd. So thank you, Miss Lawrence Knits. That's awesome. You are officially a sponsor of our show this week. And then Sheila forgot to mention on her show that she is going to do the drawing for the felted Christmas stocking on next week's episode. So if you are interested in the felted stocking and you'd like to give that as a gift to somebody, or I don't know, wear it as a hat, whatever, you can post in the thread on our group and Sheila will draw a name or a number, or however we work it, a random number that will identify a post in that thread sometime during the episode next week to find out who wins it. And my other gossip and innuendo is just a reminder for those of you who are in the Northeast. Southern Adirondack Fiber Festival is coming up this weekend, September 24th and 25th, and you can get more information about that fiber festival at www.adkfiber.com. I wish I could check it out. I've heard that there are a lot of awesome vendors. And unfortunately, I will not be back in time to attend that. But we will be heading up to Rhinebeck with Diane and Oz, who is our very special guest. We will be heading up on the Webb's bus, and I know at least one member of our group is going to be on the Webb's bus with us. And we'll try to talk about some meetups, and we're trying to organize some swag. We've gotten some donations, thank you very much, and we're going to use that money we have right away. The Cafe Press money, like I said, takes about 60 days to actually get paid to us, but the donations we have, we're going to try to work out some kind of a swag that we can give to people that we meet at the festival. And I'm going to record at the festival, and I know we're meeting up with a bunch of different podcasters. I think it's going to be super fun, and I really love looking at all the stuff. Hopefully I won't buy too much. But it's just a fun time. Plus the food is awesome. I love fair food. I'm going to have to save my calories up for fair food. So I think that's all. These are my show notes for this week. Sheila will be unimpressed. I didn't type them up. I guess Sheila always puts the stuff at the end about us, but if you want to reach us, we're at knit1heart2@gmail.com. And if you want to donate to the show, whoops, it's over here. I still can't get it. It's over here. If you want to buy a t-shirt from the Cafe Press store, it's right there. I'm Penny Wendy on Ravelry, and Sheila is Sheila D37 on Ravelry. I'm Penny Wendy 2 on Spark People. If you're on there, I haven't been on recently. Oh, well, that's not true. I've worked out every day this week from videos on Spark People because I forgot to bring my DVD from home. And I'm also on Twitter as Knit1Wendy and on Pinterest, which is my big obsession right now. And I share a Plurk account with Sheila as Knit1Heart2. So I think that's it. Short episode for me. Check out the other episode with our special guest Diane, and keep posted for Friday. Sheila's doing a second special episode with a second special guest. I am so mad that I am not there for the special guest. I could cry. This is something that I have looked forward to doing a show with this person for a while, and it would be the one time I'm out of town. So you know who you are out there. Have fun without me. And I'll see you with Sheila next week. Bye!